Chop Shop's get ready to kick off shortly. Like. Follow. Share. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. There we go. Right. Boom. There that goes.
Chop ain't on the bowls and fire like them Seminoles was, huh?
Big
you on
facts.
45 when everybody in the state ain't.
Turn that down.
It was funny last couple of years, everybody was keying. Are we the only ones going? Yeah, see, we the only ones going bowling, right, Big D?
Well, see, UCF going bowling. Florida going too. Florida going to a bowl.
They won 6 games.
Yeah, they beat. I think they got them in Las Vegas bowl, something like that, which is gonna be crazy. Anybody really gonna travel? But you be a Gator alum, you go out there to Las Vegas, hang out a little bit, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Because I think the Raiders play that Sunday night in New England. They play New England, host New England
But
Sunday
the
night.
slot machines run every night though.
Yeah. You got to keep them kids, but they're going to let them hang out. Depending on how long they out there for. I think the earlier the bowl, the shorter your stay is. So you might do a Wednesday, play Saturday.
You know what really hurt us is North Carolina State.
If you North Carolina State, then you're 10-2. Could be a New Year's 6 conversation.
Because we did beat LSU.
Well, quiet as kept. If Clemson beat North Carolina,
We beat North Carolina.
yeah, did. Oh, I didn't know that.
No. I know we lost to Wake Forest, Clemson, and North Carolina State
We ready?
Yep.
Do your thing.
from Miami.
Y'all already know what it is. Is it 3?
Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Truly Easy Deezy, episode 14 of the Chop Shop. One of the hosts of the show. It's the birthday episode. Celebrating 52 years around the sun today. So for that, I'm grateful. Thank you for
Happy birthday to you, Big D.
Happy birthday.
Y'all tripping. I appreciate that.
On that phone, you know,
Nah, we good. Man. I appreciate that. I want to thank all the love I received today, man, via text, phone calls, text messages, phone calls, social media. So definitely grateful for that. As you know, we do every episode dedicated to my man Will D. We still riding for you, man. So like I said, we not through. Long live my partner. So with that being said, Waldo's on vacation. He's not in today. But I also got across from me my good partner Greg Doss. How you feeling tonight, young man?
Once again, it's good to be back in the studios. Personally, participating in the Chop Shop show, but I feel like I always do with my hands and my feet, as always. But good to be here. 32 years I've been watching you rotate this doggone.
Yeah, man. We go back 1990 HCC. Good stuff.
Yeah, when you was physically abusing professors and carrying on.
Yeah, stop that, man. Stop that. So we finna get into it. Like I said, we was off last week. A couple of things that happened last. Couple of weeks, gonna talk a little NFL. We're gonna talk these playoffs as far as getting ready for the college football championship weekend that's upcoming. First, I'm going to get into the NFL because now
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, we got to. I mean, Surgeon's static right now. Hey, them Browns, Surgeon's static. So we got to honor Surge. He did say they were going to beat the Bucs. I looked at him like he was crazy, but maybe he knows something. So with that being said, with the Bucs right now at 5-6, I mean they are the odds-on favorite to win their division.
They're going
How-
to.
What do you see right now with the Bucks that has you troubled?
Play calling is horrible.
Okay.
Beyond that, defense appears to be playing slower than I would think that they should. But it's not. The Bucks don't have problems that are insurmountable, so
Okay.
they'll be okay. I think we'll get back. They'll get back on the winning in the winning side when they beat the brakes off the Saints. They're gonna kill the Saints.
Okay. Well, like I said, we will all see that Monday. I want to ask you two questions. First of all, I want you to be very honest with this.
I don't know how to be anything else.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you on each conference. Who do you think the best team is in the NFC right now, and what team do you see making their run? They getting it together now.
The best team in the NFC.
Right now.
I'm gonna answer the best teams. Not who I think is gonna go to the Super Bowl. The best team in the NFC. San Francisco.
San Francisco the best team in the NFC right now. Who do you see making their run, getting ready for the playoffs?
San Francisco.
So that's San Francisco on both.
Yeah, they're the
Okay.
best team. They may not make the Super Bowl, but they're the best team. If a couple things fall their way, they're a problem. They're a matchup problem for almost everybody
Yeah, and the one thing about them, they can travel and play anywhere.
because they're physical. They're 1990s, 2000, early 2000s San Francisco. I mean football. They really are. They're really physical. They got physical wide receivers. And Christian McCaffrey, say what you want, he's a problem when you have Ayuk, Kittles, and Debo.
Okay. Now we got our man covered there, my man Tex kicking it with us. He's not too far from Big 12 headquarters. Okay, he's showing the Astros Cup. Yeah. Congratulations on the World Series
No,
win.
the other thing. Are you a Sigma? My bad.
No, he giving the sign for the H. That's the H.
Nah.
That's the H. So how you feeling tonight?
Hey, man. Hey, feeling great. How about you guys?
We ain't got no complaints, man. We finna get into this NFL a little bit. Then we gonna definitely skedaddle into this college because I know you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm riding tonight.
Okay, perfect. So let me ask you. The question we were asking first is, what team do you see is the best in the NFC right now, and what team do you see making a run? Like, okay, be on the lookout for this team. Now Dawg said San Fran on both.
And that's respect. That's respect on the respect.
Okay.
Now, I can respect that. But if you're gonna go with the best team in the NFC right now, you gotta go with the team that comes from the best division in the NFC right now.
Jeez.
Okay.
The numbers stop me when I'm lying now. The best division in the NFC is the NFC Beast, the NFC East. We all know that. The numbers say it.
Okay.
Daryl, you can attest to that, can't you? Think y'all ran into a roadblock, an NFC roadblock.
Wait a minute. We lost a game with a minute and a half left at the 7-yard line. I wouldn't call it a roadblock.
You would?
On the road.
We were
Yeah,
on the
but
road
you lost.
without
But
Kyle
again-
Pitts. But we don't make
But
excuses.
again, what was the key? What was the key word in that statement?
Which was what?
You lost.
Yeah, we lost. Now you know what that
Oh,
was.
okay.
If we go throw jabs, one of your losses in the NFC Beast is to a team that's under 500 that leads their division. Want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, first game of the season, wasn't it?
Again,
At home.
first game of the season. First game of the season.
At home.
First
at
game
home.
of the season.
At home.
First
Okay.
game of the
Okay,
season.
let's
Okay,
stay with the subject.
so I'm gonna say the Philadelphia Eagles, which
Okay.
I can't stand the Eagles.
I understand.
Hey, I don't like nothing about the Eagles.
Okay.
Hey, but the Eagles, you have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles for the
Okay.
best team.
Okay, so what
Like-
team do you see coming?
The Cowboys. What you mean? Who coming? The team nobody want to see. That's the team nobody want to see. Let's
So the
address the
Cowboys are the
elephant
team
in the
nobody
room.
wants to see.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The defense, the only defense you can name in the NFC and I wouldn't even say on par but right there would be the 49ers. They the closest defense to what we got, to what we've displayed. And I'm biased towards the 49ers because I'm defensive coordinator. That's my guy. But
Okay.
That's it. The Niners defense is as close as you can get. And we know in the playoffs, when the rubber meet the road, the defense is going to pretty much carry you. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's fair to say now.
When you start marching in them playoffs,
Okay.
you got to stop somebody.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Would it be safe to say that, and I'll ask you as well, your NFC winner will be out of San Fran, Philadelphia, or Dallas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Dolphins
very
feel
safe
that
to
same
say.
sentiment?
No.
Okay. What will be your three?
I don't think the Cowboys are going to be one. Actually, I'm telling you, it's going to be. It's going to be the Bucks are going to be in that last three.
The Bucks gonna be the last three.
And I'm not a Bucks fan, so let's put that out there. Let's get that caveat.
Okay. San Fran.
I think it's going to be. I actually think San Francisco's going to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Serge, you get in on this. What you think?
I don't see San Fran. I do see Philly because they're just
Okay.
hot.
Okay.
Okay.
I also agree with him. I think Dallas could be there too.
Okay.
Thank you.
You didn't say anything about the Bucks, huh?
The
The
Bucks?
Browns just beat the Bucks, so you know.
Hey,
Serge ain't sold on it.
whoa.
I'm just
whoa.
saying, you're a Browns. I know you.
Browns are a good team.
Yeah, they are. They beat the Bucks. I know you got sold. I know you got sold on the Bucks. So
So, yeah.
I
But
will.
how are we even discussing a team below 500 being in the mix? That's like you disrespecting Minnesota. You disrespecting everybody in the
So
East.
Minnesota, the team that Dallas hung 40 on,
The Minnesota's 9-2.
and a team that really is only
They
a couple
9-2.
plays. They don't beat New England on Thursday.
They 9-2.
They've made the plays. They've won games. I mean, I'm not going to do that.
They are the most underperforming talented team over the last 4 years.
I mean, but you
Kirk
look at
Cousins is stealing money.
they won a big game. They won a big game at
Let's talk
Buffalo.
about 2022 though.
And
They
and for
9-2
me,
right now.
And let
But
me
what are
say
they
this.
underperforming?
Okay, let me say
How are
this.
they underperforming this year?
To beat
Should they be
Buffalo.
11-0?
They get beat by Dallas they get beat by 37 at home is not underperforming.
So they should be 11-0 is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. One thing is they're definitely in the weakest division in the NFC.
Bears, Lions, and Packers. Okay, so for me, I would say San Fran.
Okay.
I would say the Eagles, and grudgingly so, I would have to say the Cowboys with the right setup, and that's going to be the key. With the right setup, because
What setup is going to help the Cowboys?
well, I think let me say this: if they play Pollard more, and that is possibly maybe getting Odell, so it's possible.
Now they get Odell, that puts them over the top. 'Cause
Yeah, they're gonna be
Odell put the Rams
they're gonna be
over
a
the top.
tough out. They're gonna be a tough out because you got.
I don't agree. I think we already over the top. I think Odell is just more eye candy out there on the field.
I can't.
The kind of-
This is Homer.
So bells and whistles, huh?
Homer
Yeah, he's
Simpson
bells
over
and whistles.
here.
He's changed your defense. He's moving your safety maybe. But Odell still hasn't proven he can beat one-on-one coverage. Like we don't know what Odell has. Let's be honest. We ain't seen Odell play in what?
I mean, after the injury, you don't know what he has.
Yeah, we don't know what he has. Like that's eye candy right now. Presently constructed. No, you don't want to see us in the playoffs.
No, I think teams want to see you in the playoffs because that tends to be the time of the year the Cowboys collapse. So,
Okay.
I love this. See, this is what makes my years. This is what I enjoy about the Christmas season. It's not after Thanksgiving you get ready for Christmas. You know what I like? This is generally the time of the year where the Cowboys become the Cowboys.
Well, they are singing a different tune this year. What are y'all 8-3?
Come on now.
8-3 with 6 games left. You got
They'll make the playoffs.
You got the Commanders. You got the Eagles again. You got
The Giants too.
Mm-hmm.
No, they played the
no,
Giants.
they swept the Giants. So they got
Yeah. We got the Colts. That's gonna be we got a pesky Colt team coming in just Saturday.
They're
It's
the best.
proven.
They're the best
to be-
three.
Hey,
Best,
he had a
My big-
timeout.
Best
my big-
4-7-1.
my baby
team.
brother said pesky. My baby brother said pesky. Okay.
Yeah, but
they are the best.
Listen. Let me say this. Let me tell you from
feisty coach
experience.
team, and then we go home. See, we got a feisty coach team at home, and then we backdoor that with a team that's got a lot to prove. The Texans, like they Lovey.
Wait a minute. Let me say this real quick, Lou Holtz. I saw Matt Ryan run for his life last year with the Falcons, and y'all whooped us week 10. That's gonna be similar. I don't even know why NBC's even showing that Sunday night game.
They'll change.
No, they can't. They can't now because it's you gotta be 12 days out, so you can't flex because now they talking about doing Kansas City, Denver, the following week. The Denver fans don't want that game. They say they're too embarrassed. So speaking of the Broncos, that's a good segue.
Mm-hmm.
Is Russell Wilson done?
No.
He's stealing right now. He need to be in jail. He's robbing Denver right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna say he's done. I'm gonna say that he's on the downside of the hill. He's definitely on the downside.
In the last 10 years, who else has appeared in 2 Super Bowls other than Tom Brady?
I don't know, but in 2022, I know where Russell Wilson's doing
in the last
right
10
now.
years, who's appeared.
But in the league, but let me in his defense, I understand he has a proven track record. But for what Denver did, Denver thought this, and you sat right here and said Denver was going to play an AFC title game.
I thought so.
Oh,
I did.
So I mean,
good defense.
Oh.
But the bad thing is that I think Hackett's going to be the fall guy. I think he's going to get
He
fired.
should be the fall guy.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He should be. You don't bring in a quarterback and say, "I want you to play in this system." You do what Seattle did. We got a quarterback that fits the system we have, and that's why in locking Seattle.
He doesn't play though. Yeah.
You know why he doesn't play?
Because
he doesn't fit the system.
Right. But then
But
Bradley Chubb hit it. You know, he left. He didn't want to be there no more. So it's just like that's a bad situation all the way around, and they got to get a new coach or a new OC.
Let's not absolve Russell of responsibility. Russell,
I agree.
He's played pedestrian, very pedestrian play. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't even want to look up his.
I wouldn't even say pedestrian. He just is playing with you. I mean, I don't. The relationship with the guys. The relationship with the guys that are there now. It's going to take some time to build. It just doesn't.
They didn't bring him in to do that. They didn't bring him in to build.
Yeah, they didn't bring him in.
They brought him into an entirely different style system.
Okay, but with that being said, when you saw Tom Brady go to the Bucs, you knew they were going to do something. You can't tell me when they pulled the trigger on the Russell Wilson trade. I know in my life, I say the AFC West is not the best conference in football.
Oh,
you have star power all the way across the board.
Absolutely.
But they don't let Russell do here some of the things he did in Seattle. Now,
when
Tom Brady came here, we all knew he had a team. Look, Jameis is only 15 interceptions away from still being here. Because if he had gone 35, because what did he do? 35 and 31, right? It was 30.
Right.
Okay, if he's 35 and 16, the Bucs are in the playoffs. He threw 6 pick 6 that year. You take away 15 interceptions, the Bucs are in the playoffs, and hell, the Bucs may make a Super Bowl run because one thing that offense could do, even with Jameis, is they could score points.
That's a lot of maybes, though. But yeah, I'm with you. That's a whole lot of maybes.
16 is a lot of maybes, but if he halves the interceptions, that would make it 3-1, right? We could all live with 3-1.
Yeah, but I think something else too though is that you look at the Broncos last year were all right with Drew Lock, and everybody said same thing kind of like with the Colts and Matt Ryan.
They were
that
on
hasn't worked out either.
They said they were a quarterback away. This is the trajectory they were on.
Yeah.
And then they get Russell, who they brought in. They were like, "Oh,
this is it.
We're in a win now situation in the AFC,
this is
especially
it.
in the West."
And that's the same thing with Matt Ryan, you know. And we had Matt Ryan making some noise because you got the good line, they blocking, and you got one of the top 2-3 running backs in the league, decent receivers, you know, young weapons around, but that ain't worked out.
You look up and they
the Colts need a veteran wide receiver.
I ain't hear you say what, Tex?
I said you look up and they sitting at 3-8 with Russell. Like I don't see what restraints, handcuffs they putting on it. I don't see it.
It's
I
not
just
the
see
same
bad
offense.
quarterback play.
It's not the same offense,
But is that Russell's fault? Or is that the coach's fault?
coach.
Okay, but Russell's not playing good either though. Passes aren't getting out. He doesn't look crisp. He just does not. He
He
looks
doesn't
as if
look comfortable, right?
that's what I'm saying. So like I'm getting a check. So
No, I don't.
well,
think
I'm just saying,
that's
hey,
not who he
3-8, 3-8. You are what you are.
Right.
3-8,
You are
3-8.
what you are.
3-8, 3-8.
Yeah,
That's
you are what your record says you
yeah.
are.
That's your record is indicative of that. So we're gonna take our first break. It's going to be brought to you by my man Will D. Like I say, rest on, homie. Go online, grab the apparel, cigar, CIGARLYFE.com. And I'm going to let my man Ruff, let him know what y'all got going on. Ruff, talk to the good people.
What's going on? I'm back in the saddle again, I guess, over here at Chop Shop. Interestingly enough, I got some good news from the Middle District. The judge allowed my Fourth Amendment complaint, so me, the city, and the other folks are going to try to move your feet over the next couple of months. I filed a congressional, and I want everybody out there this will be a little bit more controversial for a birthday, but to check out this article about the Veterans Administration denying benefits at a higher rate for black black veterans than anybody else. Go ahead and Google that text. You'll be kind of not surprised, but they put it out there. If it hit the main news feed, it's a big issue. I knew about this potential lawsuit, and I'll reach out to the people because I've filed a congressional about our local VA because of some pretty interesting happenings involving a doctor at the VA who happened to see veterans The black athlete, the black ball player wasn't represented.
But I think something that has to do with, as far as say the bid. It's expensive to play Little League baseball. It's expensive.
But
Owning bats and its price is not how it used to be. You sit back and think now, a lot of athletes, we were younger, played baseball, but nowadays it's football, basketball, track.
It's pricey to play football now.
Yeah, but football, but let me say this, but as a dad will put money for football because you could beat your chest about it. Now, just like Deion said when he spoke on, I think, Desi Banks show, how many black dads you see at baseball games? You don't get a lot of them because the parent, which is I don't agree with. You support what the kids do, but
whatever it is,
baseball is not. That's falling behind track, basketball, football. So
Yeah.
we're going to get back into the second quarter of the show. We talk about Russell Wilson, which is going to lead us now to the AFC. And I'm going to go to Serge first. What team do you see as the best team right now?
Cleveland Browns.
Okay, so the Cleveland Browns. And then what team do you see up and coming?
But before I do that, let me explain why I say this. Because they lost 7 games. Out of those 7 games, 5 of those were by 3 points or less in the last drive of the game.
But Serge, they are 5-7.
I know.
Okay, so you
No,
have
we're
to-
4-7.
Okay, 4-7.
4-7.
So you're 4-7.
But
So
let
we
me
can't-
also explain.
go ahead.
We have the Texans game coming up next.
Okay.
That's a win. We're playing the Bengals again. We already smashed them.
Now you got to
playing-
travel. You got to go see them. Keep
That's
that
fine.
in mind.
We're playing the Ravens at home. That's another one. That's one of those games we lost by 2. Playing the Saints, the Commanders, and the Steelers. That's
Okay,
we can
so-
win out. We can win
I'll
out.
see about 2 in the possible.
That's 5.
Yeah, I mean that's strong to say.
Tex
You
said,
fit-
I
well,
see 2 in a possible.
That's
I mean, because you sit back and tell me the Ravens are not going to be a gimme.
No.
They're not going to be
No.
a gimme.
They're gonna be
close.
The Bengals going to be mad, but see, you're saying close.
But I also want to let you know the Ravens game was the one where we were about to drive down and kick the game-winning field goal.
No, the
except-
game tying field goal.
Oh, game tying field
Game
goal.
tying field
But our
goal.
quarterback threw an interception.
Okay, just want to make sure we're
Just saying.
consistent. Got to be
would've
consistent.
been a win.
Here we go with all them butts and maybes.
There's some butts and babies, but we have a much better quarterback who's more accurate, can throw the ball further,
Tex,
and he
make
can
sure
run.
You keep that in.
And we haven't seen in a year and a half.
That's
close to
fine.
2 years.
Tex in 6
Well, he will play. He played Sunday back. He's making his first trip back to where it all started,
Yep.
back to Houston. So if you have the Browns as the best team, what team do you have up and coming?
Let's see. I mean, I liked the Dolphins earlier. I'm not really feeling them anymore. I do. The I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really weak.
The
I mean,
Bills? You don't like the
Chiefs-
Bills?
The Chiefs. The
Chiefs, Bills, Bengals.
Chiefs and
Yeah.
Bills.
What?
Chiefs and
You
Bills.
Cleveland the team to beat, but everybody else weak.
Yeah, they weak. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Man,
I'm
it's a big bias down there.
gonna come to you.
I got
now,
a major
Tex. Who do you
bias
have?
going on down there.
Who do you have, Tex, as the best team in the AFC?
Kansas City right now. I mean,
Okay.
they rocking and rolling as usual.
And what
Doing
team you see up and
Kansas City
coming?
does.
And they do find a way to win, don't they?
Yeah,
Miami.
Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
Who?
I was skeptical. I'm gonna tell you, I was a big Miami skeptic, huge Miami skeptic. But what they've done, losing Tua Tagovailoa for the year, and all the controversy surrounding that with the concussion deal and the way they weathered that storm, and to be sitting at what 8-3 right now,
Well,
nobody thought it.
that's
Nobody
true,
thought it.
but this week they travel to San Fran.
Yeah.
And we'll have a very good idea
Mhm.
about the Dolphins after this one.
Yeah, we
So,
will.
I'm interested to see that one. What about you?
Yeah.
Who you like, Ruff?
I hate to say the Dolphins because they're gonna get their brains beat in on Sunday, but
I don't know.
but the defensive pickup for the Dolphins,
Bradley Chubb.
Chubb makes them different.
Yeah, he brings a lot of
He
pressure.
makes them different. I think it's gonna be Miami because Miami's already beaten Kansas City.
So you got Miami as the best team.
the best team is Kansas
team
City.
on the come
Miami
up.
beat Kansas City. They ain't played this year.
They did beat
Team
Kansas
on the
City.
come up.
Miami didn't play Kansas City. That's Tyreek Hill. They haven't played this year.
Who was the game that
They beat the Ravens.
Yeah, Miami beat the Ravens.
38.
They beat
They
Buffalo.
beat Buffalo.
Oh, they beat
They beat
Buffalo.
They beat
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Okay.
They beat Buffalo. Beat Buffalo.
sure.
They beat Buffalo, but so did
Yeah.
The Jets. But now Miami has to travel to Buffalo, and that's why I say I want to see what they do when they get on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting. So you say the Chiefs are who's the best team we got right now in the NFC? I mean AFC.
No, the Chiefs are the best team.
Okay, what team you got up and coming? The Dolphins.
I think it's gonna be the Dolphins.
Okay,
That's what I said.
If they play good deep. They can get.
I got
Pass
three. I got three. I'm gonna take Buffalo. I still believe in Buffalo.
But wait, but Buffalo, where though? Where in your hierarchy of the?
I got them as the best team. They're the best. The best.
You have them as the best team in the AFC. The
I got the
Bills.
best team in the NFC.
Is Buffalo?
That's my opinion. I like Buffalo. But who I got up and coming? I got two teams.
They not even the best team in their division, but yeah.
Okay, I mean that's respect. But like I said, we got about 7 more weeks of football, so we'll see. But I do I'm still holding on to the Chargers. I don't know what it's gonna take. And then I like Cincinnati's playing good ball.
Okay. Yeah, I
Cincinnati
believe
good
it,
ball.
bro.
They're playing good ball and they're hurt, so that makes it kind of interesting.
Well, Joe Mixon will be back, and they host the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, I believe
Cincinnati
it,
does
bro.
host the Chiefs this week. So you have
believe it,
a
bro.
couple of, like they say in college, statement games where you get to find
Sure.
out where you are.
Sure.
So should be some interesting matchups. Like I say, I'm excited to see the
I don't
Kansas
think-
City
I don't
because
think
Kansas
it's
City has lost their last 2 games against Cincinnati. So and now they got to travel. They got to go to Paul Brown.
So your feelings on Miami and Tennessee, or what are you on? Not on your radar at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Miami.
Rookie head coach.
But not even that. I just think when you get to January, if Miami does not win are they leading the division right now?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
are they leading the conference right now?
No, they're leading the division.
Yeah,
It's a
Kansas
head-to-head matchup.
They're tied for first. I think Kansas City has.
Kansas City's leading the division.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Kansas
Kansas City
City
leads the
lost
conference.
twice.
Conference.
Yeah.
Kansas City leading the conference. Okay, so with that being said, I don't think Miami can travel as far as they playing in January. That's what I have to see.
Okay.
So if
That's a
Wallen
step.
Hill can get loose
Okay.
in the elements,
Colts and Bills beat them. Okay.
yeah. So I mean that would be what
Yeah.
I would have to see.
Okay.
So
Tennessee, yeah, same old
I
thing.
can't trust Tannehill. I cannot trust Tannehill.
Especially at the last year.
I can't trust him. Here's
Yeah.
a game this past week. You did nothing to help your team this week. You just
Yeah.
had bad kick. Now, with that being said, we talked about our surprise. Let's get into our disappointments. So I'll go to you first. Who's your disappointment in the AFC and then the NFC?
My disappointment in the AFC has got to be Denver. Like just off the rip,
Okay.
Denver. Like
Okay.
I had Denver and the Raiders. I had both. I had that division being the best division in football. I thought.
Okay.
But Denver and Las Vegas, they right there.
Okay, hold on real quick. We got to wrap with Ryan. She jumped on a little early. She's going to give us our picks for this
Okay.
upcoming week. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. We went to Mississippi. So
I
not too
heard.
much.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on,
Real.
quick little eye.
Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Now, as we look, you are 24 and 12 on your games, and 9 and 3 on the watch out. You called Cleveland to beat the Browns, and they did that. So
Beat the Bucks.
they beat the Bucks. I'm sorry, Browns beat the Bucks. I apologize. So Tex, what she does, she gives us 2 lock games every week and
Okay.
1 surprise. So the
Okay.
locks are the show nuffs, the watch out, the surprise is the watch out. So with that being
who we
said,
need to be on the lookout
what are your
for?
2 show nuffs this week?
I got Philly over Tennessee,
Okay.
and then Baltimore over Denver, which they messed up last week. So I hope they got it this week. But
Okay.
yeah,
Now this way it gets kind of tricky. What is your watch out game this week?
I got Detroit over Jacksonville.
Detroit over Jacksonville. I mean, that's
I can see that.
The house.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a watch out game. They're better than Jacksonville.
I don't know.
I think.
No.
But yeah, they have.
No, let me tell you something. You start the season over a little bit. Detroit is really interesting because they play some pretty
They
good
play
football.
they play good ball, but it's just the thing. What was that?
They gave Buffalo a game this.
But that's what, like I say, the Jags took the game from Baltimore, so they hot right now. So I kind of get, and we are we're week to week fans.
Last thing we saw, yeah.
Yeah, last thing we saw, and then like you say, here it is.
Sunshine looked real good.
Yeah, he did. He played, and like I said, the receivers played good, and that defense biting a little bit.
Speaking of which, I don't know if it's a comeback, but who actually looks like he actually is pretty good?
Who?
Jared Goff might actually be all right.
Yeah, Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff gonna be here.
They're scoring a lot of points, like a lot more than I
that's
thought.
what I'm saying. They gonna score some points. So I don't think Detroit's defense can stop anybody.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, if they start playing pinball, I think I kind of like Jacksonville. I mean, I don't think she's far off with that. So
But she got Detroit over Jacksonville on the upset. Okay.
yeah,
You 18 games over 500, so
12 total. She 9-3 on the watch out. Those all encompassed. So she's 3 games every week. And you got Jackson State beating Southern Saturday,
I'm
right?
looking at 33 and 15.
Sure, have to say, yeah.
36 games total. So the watch out is that's only.
But she's still 6 above.
Yeah, she good. She's 12 above. She's 2/3 of her games.
No, she's 6 above on the watch out.
Right. Don't say
That's good money.
She doing the thing. So yeah. So enjoy your week. We'll get back at it next week, and then we may ask you to give us your Super Bowl picks. If are you ready? You kind of have. I mean, not right now. I ain't gonna ask you right now.
It's an early
A
rendition.
lot of football.
Yeah, but I mean, but I like to get it because
She said she likes Southern over. She said
she like Jackson State. Her mom went to Jackson State, so that she ain't got no choice.
Okay.
She got like Jackson State.
Yeah.
She ain't got no
Okay.
choice. So tell everybody I said hey.
All right, I will.
Take
Bye.
it easy now. Have a good night. All right. So we got that. We got Philly. We got Baltimore. And we got the Lions in the watch out. Okay.
I think I see me a 3-teamer too. I like
Look
that.
at you. So that he with the 3-team over Busburger. Now, back to what we were saying with you, Tex. You said
I like the Lions.
You said that Russell Wilson and the Broncos in the AFC. What's your NFC?
I said Broncos and in Las Vegas.
Okay.
We're all going to say the Rams. All of us are going to say the Rams.
Okay.
Now the Rams.
I ain't gonna say the Rams. You know who I say? I'm gonna say the Saints. I'm gonna say the Saints.
Oh.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
New coach.
But the Rams have had injuries. They've been banged up. The Saints, like they've missed Michael Thomas. There was so much promise for them going into this season. You swept the Brady's never beaten them until this year.
Yes.
You know, you thinking Jameis might be the quarterback. That don't work out. You got Andy Dalton, Michael Thomas. He not together. They went and got Landry, got Matthew, brought the LSU boys back.
Yeah.
They were too long in the tooth, boys. But
Right, but what I'm saying, but there's a lot of hype that was built up into it. I mean, just from what I thought. Now, the Rams would have been different because and then maybe throw Green Bay in the mix too. Because
I think the truth about what Aaron Rodgers can do to a team has come through. What we didn't realize is how good
Devontae Adams was. Right, I agree.
And really, we talked about it. Even though I don't agree with much what Tex said, I thought Russell Wilson was better than him and produced better. But didn't Aaron Rodgers have 4 first place? They were the top seed 4 times, right, Tex?
4 or 5.
And then we all watched Eli go in there and just whip him.
They beat him twice. No, beat him once, and then
one
they
time
lost.
they whipped him though. One time they just killed him.
That was the year they went to the bowl. That was the Hail Mary to Akeem Nicks.
2011.
Yeah.
Then he gave one. Didn't he give one to Russell Wilson? That they had won and Russell and them came back.
Yeah, that was they beat Kerr. We had Curse. They were down the onside kicks. I mean, he's had some. They've had some.
Then last year, I said, okay, I'm done with this dude.
And then we went in there and beat them and got robbed and
but the pass that hit, because they lost that one too.
So what about you, Serge? What you got?
Biggest disappointment?
Yeah, NFC and
AFC, the Browns.
Good Bears.
Okay.
And the NFC, I thought the Cardinals were going to be a lot better than they are.
I did.
I thought they were.
Well, I
gonna be a
mean,
lot better.
well, see, Ruff is not really a Kyler Murray fan. I thought Kyler Murray make a little noise, but I knew missing Hopkins was going to be tough. So I thought if they 3-3 and Hopkins come back, they can maybe make a push, but they ain't did that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. So hold on
My
real quick, Tech.
NFC.
Say
Yeah,
what?
my NFC is Green Bay though.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
You really thought they were gonna be better?
We just thought with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, now when they trade Devontae Adams, I thought you wouldn't have got the young guys, but you really realize how much he misses Devontae Adams.
Let me see if we go to break. Let me ask you this question. Jordan Love next year?
No.
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen nothing special from him.
Okay.
So do you stick with him? You go Jordan Love? No.
If I can get something for Aaron Rodgers, I'm finna get it now.
Out of him and Aaron, I'm sticking with Aaron. If I
I'm
can
going with Aaron.
You gonna let him go to Aaron? You
I'm sticking with Aaron.
So you gonna let Jordan
tell
Love
me
go?
different. Not gonna go
Aaron.
for it.
That's what I'm sticking
That
with.
means you're going to let Jordan Love go.
I ain't going for it. So
if he gotta go, he gotta go. But I mean, he's shown me nothing. He showed me nothing.
And you know where Jordan Love's going to end up?
where?
San Francisco.
No.
Watch that.
No. San Francisco squared away over there.
I'm telling you, they got Jimmy.
They love Trey Lance. When I say love, they love Trey
Lance
Lance. Trey Lance not going
I
nowhere.
don't think Trey Lance gonna get his job back, but when we come
But he's
back,
not going nowhere. They love Trey
we're
Lance.
gonna
there.
see. Now this is when we come back from the break. Get yourself ready because we coming out the gate with you, talking about this college football playoff in these games that we're gonna predict. We're gonna pick the conference championship games for some too. So this is gonna be brought to you by my man Carlos Martin at the Auto Repair Center, 813-443-4730. He's a Dolphins fan. He's a Dolphins fan this week.
What about basketball?
He on them pretty quick. Oh, he like
Suns again. No?
like the Warriors. He likes the Celtics too.
Shout out to the U of H Cougs too.
Yeah.
I know we
Oh yeah, number one. Yeah, since first time since Akeem. I saw that 83. I peeped that.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Oh, they number one?
Yeah, they number one. A lot of teams lost. So if you see we rocking right now, we got our Chop Shop apparel on.
Everybody.
Elevated Designs, 813-400-7015.
In uniform.
When we come back, we're going with Tex going into this college football surge. Give us something. Okay. Back at we're going to get into the half at the third quarter. Halftime's over. So we got once again Easy Deezy, one of the hosts for Chop Shop. I got Ruff kicking it with me. Surgeon General of the ones and twos, and our special guest via satellite from Big 12 country, my big brother Tex.
Won't be 12 much longer though, huh?
Yeah, they finna make some moves. They got some additions coming. The big talk this past weekend, Michigan beat Ohio State. Some say an upset.
To death.
So now we have a little bit of movement up in the top 4. So when we last saw, and I guess the pundits say Georgia 1, Michigan 2, TCU 3, USC 4. A debate that me and you had, which kind of got somewhat spirited, was Ohio State, Alabama. And I'm sure they've probably done the rankings tonight. So I'm sure you probably already know Alabama is 6 and Ohio State sits at 5. So, Serge, I know you and Tex are pro Ohio State. Ruff, do you feel Ohio State should be number 5?
They should not be above Alabama.
Okay.
Wherever they are.
Bama lost 2 games already.
But let me say this in the defense, and I knew we were going to get into this. Alabama lost their games to the number 5 and number 10 team, both on the road, and lost both games on the last play of the game. Okay? Ohio State was a 10-point favorite
And got
at home.
And got flushed.
At home against a Michigan team that wasn't even playing with their best player on offense, the running back, Blake Corum. Okay. Well, you go and look at this. I'll let you go to jump in.
You can go to Tuscaloosa with that.
Huh?
And y'all say you can go to Tuscaloosa and Crying River with that.
Okay.
And we both connected to Tuscaloosa in a way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Antoine Caldwell,
Yeah,
man.
my homie.
Yeah, went in. Was an honorary captain at the Iron Bowl this weekend, and what he like to call title time.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but Alabama played 5 games, single digit. They went 3-2 in those 5 games. Could have lost 2 more. Could have been 1-4.
Okay.
Ohio State played no games within single digits. They won everything by double digits. Every game. This year they won by double digits. Except for the loss last week. So how can you say Alabama
How about y'all beat Notre Dame? How about they beat Notre Dame?
And they lost to the team that was the number 1 defense in college football.
Hey, number 1. Hey, and Ohio State. I lost my train of thought, but Alabama, bro, come on, man. They got 2 losses. They played 5 close games. They won 3 of them. Could have lost more.
Okay.
We doing the could have maybes tonight.
And out of those games that they lost, 1 was at home. That was Texas A&M. They played Ole Miss. Ole Miss played them tough. Okay.
Their biggest win is Texas.
Well, Ole Miss was 11 when they played them, but I mean,
they don't go by that. The committee does not look at. The committee's looking at where Ole Miss is
So with that being said, what's Ohio State's biggest win? Notre Dame, week 1.
Penn State on the road.
Okay, and what number is Penn State?
19.
Penn State on the road.
What number is Penn State, sir?
19.
What are they, 7?
19.
No, they're not 7. Don't do that. They're not 7.
19,
What's
At
Penn
the
State?
time,
Hold on.
they were up there.
Oh,
They're
okay.
19.
Yeah, hold on.
They're not.
Hold on now.
They're like number 9. They were number 15, 16.
They're 8. They're 8.
They're 8 right
They're
now.
8. I said 7. My bad. I missed it by a
Penn
slot.
State's number 8.
Penn State's
Number
number 8 right
18,
now.
baby.
Number 8.
Yes. Ocho. Yeah. Ocho.
Interesting.
Interesting. They're 10-2. With 1 loss being at home to Ohio State.
Okay.
Name a win Alabama has better than Penn State. Their best win is against number 20 Texas. That's their biggest win of the season.
Okay.
Bars.
So with that being said, so let's back up there. So now what we're doing, we're doing the conference breakdown.
Yeah,
So you think the Big Ten is just as good as the SEC?
That's what the numbers say.
Okay, so let's do this if I can. If you have Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State as your top 3, what other team out of the Big Ten is ranked, if I can ask you?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet. Okay. Right now, Tennessee, I want to say is maybe 11 or 12.
7.
7.
7. So you have 4 of the top 8 teams in the country. Well, LSU's what? Well, they fell to 9, 10. Where are they now?
14.
14. Okay. Well,
That's why Georgia better not lose to a 14 ranked team.
Okay. Now he says also that if Georgia loses, they're out of it.
Not at all.
Nah, they'll probably
14th
fall to 3 or
14th
4.
ranked team?
Doesn't matter.
But they've been dominant all season. They've been dominant
So
all
is
season.
Ohio State.
Ohio State
State
licking
has a
their
loss.
And
chops.
they lost to number 3.
Ohio State will have LSU Tiger jerseys on this week.
Listen, Ohio State scored 3 points in the second half of their game.
It
It's
happens.
vaunted, but we can't say it
No,
happens.
Georgia can lose unless they get blown out like Ohio State did.
Yeah.
Georgia can
Since you
lose.
said it that way, thank you.
Yeah, so unless they get blown like Ohio State. Georgia is going to be no less than number 4.
Yeah. I
So
see
they
that.
can lose. They can lose to the 14th ranked team and still make it.
Yeah.
be
They're
number-
going to keep Georgia in at
They're
all
gonna
costs.
win.
How do you take Georgia out and they haven't lost all year? How do you take them out?
Because they still got one loss like SC. I mean, they have one loss like Ohio State. Sorry. And Ohio State lost to the number 3 team at the time, which is the number 2 team.
You know,
The committee goes by
I
where
hate
you
to
at
bring
now.
that- I hate to do this revisionist history, but I remember Jim Rome and everybody talking about when Ohio State and Michigan had that classic game, and they need to let them play again. And didn't Florida mop Ohio State?
They did, but then okay, so this is where it gets tricky.
That Big Ten.
And I'm asking both of y'all, you guys are pulling. You guys want to see you want to see somebody else
When was
in.
the last time a Big Ten, since they've had this playoff format, has a Big Ten team beaten the SEC team at all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ohio
well,
State beat
Ohio-
Alabama for the
Ohio
first,
State won at
first
15.
ever championship.
Ohio State won at 15.
No, not that. The 4.
Yeah, they were in the 4.
Yeah.
They beat.
No,
Oh, that's where they beat them when the guy picked up the ball.
Yeah.
And then it's
Bell.
your guy from Dallas, Ezekiel Elliott's year.
Yeah, Zeke.
Zeke,
They beat Oregon. They beat Alabama in the 4. They whooped Oregon.
Oregon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that being said, troopers, what team out of Kansas State or Utah has the best chance of upsetting their opponent in the conference championships? Utah's got USC. Kansas State has
Both.
TCU.
They're both going to win.
Now the lines, and see this is where it gets tricky.
3 and 2.5.
The lines are actually it's 1. It's a pick 'em. Actually, I'll take it back. It's 2 for USC, and then
3.
2.5 for Kansas State. I mean,
They'll
for
move.
TCU.
I just looked at it.
What you
It's
got?
2.5. Kansas State, TCU, and 3.
Okay, so
Let's
I was
see
wrong.
Utah.
I apologize.
Utah wins outright. So go ahead. What's the next one?
So let's do this.
And Kansas State.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you guys this, because these are possible. If both teams lose, does Alabama and Ohio State get
Of
in?
course.
No.
Alabama
TCU
still don't
in
get
no
in?
matter what. TCU's in no matter what.
If
Wait,
they
wait,
lose,
wait,
nah.
wait.
USC with
At
2
the 3?
losses will be gone.
Wait,
TCU's an
a
undefeated
minute.
team.
TCU has some games they barely won this season as
But
well.
they're undefeated. Hold on, time out. Hold on, time out. TCU, out of every single team in the 4, tell me what team has the highest strength of schedule. Because they play in the deepest conference.
Okay, no.
No. What numbers?
No.
The numbers don't lie. They're there.
No.
Riddle me that. Who
Okay.
has the highest strength
let's
of
back
schedule
up.
in the 4?
What team
Answer
has
me that
TCU?
though.
Let's do this.
Answer me who has the
Okay,
highest.
I'm about to
schedule.
ask you.
Wow.
What's the highest ranked team TCU's played this year?
Wow.
Georgia beat the number 1 team in Athens when they were number 1.
Georgia
TCU
beat the
ain't
number
beat
1.
nobody in the top 5, so don't do that.
The committee does not look
Here
at
we
that.
go to
It's
committee. That's
what-
the committee.
It's
That's the
where you
committee.
are now.
Who has
Where are
TCU
you?
beating the top
What
team?
is Georgia's
Nobody.
highest ranked team?
They beat the number 1 team in the country, Tennessee.
No,
when
they
played
have
them.
not. So they beat themselves.
No, Tennessee
They
was number 1 when they
rank
played
number
them.
1 in the country right now.
Okay, well, so who is higher?
The team
Who's
they
higher than Tennessee?
beat. The
That's
team the team they beat at the beginning of the year. You want me to tell you where they're ranked?
Who?
It's on Oregon.
2 slots below the team they getting ready to play
Okay.
on Saturday.
Okay, so with that being said, they also beat Tennessee, who's 7. Who is TCU beat that's higher than 7? Whenever you get a chance, sir.
No, they haven't beat anybody.
Okay.
That's Georgia's best win
Okay.
and only top win.
Okay. And TCU's best win is a team that's 5 slots behind LSU.
Who?
TCU.
Texas.
TCU strength of schedule.
Texas.
Is better than every single team in the top 4.
Can't be.
That's just what it is.
Can't be. No, that's
Oh,
your opinion.
Google it.
That's your
Google
opinion.
it.
Okay,
Google it on the next
Ted.
break. No, Google it on the next break.
Oklahoma ain't got nothing this year.
Google.
Okay, Baylor,
I'm
they
gonna
barely
bring it up
beat
right
Baylor.
now. I want
Is
you to
Baylor going
apologize
to a bowl game
live
this year?
on air.
I'm
I
not
want you to
sure.
apologize live on air.
I don't think Baylor's going to a bowl game this year.
I don't see anybody from there.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Baylor's not
Oklahoma
going to a
State.
bowl
Looking
game.
to.
Stop it.
Who they beating?
Baylor won 7 games. Man, stop it.
Okay.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Oklahoma State.
They're going to a bowl game. Stop it.
Okay, and the same thing with Georgia. Florida's going to a bowl game. Tennessee's going to a bowl game.
This is just for the
Mississippi State's
people.
going to a bowl game.
This is just
Oregon's
for the
going to a
people.
bowl game.
Here we go.
Whenever you get a chance, pull it up, sir.
You get a bowl game.
That might be who we're playing. We might play Oregon.
Nah, they're gonna play somebody from the SEC, and they got to play in North Carolina the Mayo Bowl, the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
What?
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand where he gets off saying that they beat Colorado. Ooh, 1 win. Then they hosted the rough and tumble Tarleton team that probably Jackson State will beat. Whooped Oklahoma. Kansas no longer the 25.
Let me know when
They
you're
beat
done, and
SMU
I'm gonna
by
break.
8,
Let me know when
Oklahoma
you're
they
done,
beat
and I'm gonna give you the strength of schedule of the top teams in the 4.
We can pull it up.
I've already pulled it up. I told you to pull it up 5 minutes ago.
You
Yeah,
can't
but
when
all
the
the
quarterback
teams
got
in
hurt.
that conference got like 4.
4 losses, exactly.
Yeah, at least 4
Exactly.
losses.
So-
Kansas State
The
got
SEC,
2.
the SEC has 3 of the top 7 teams.
So y'all let me know when
Go
y'all
ahead, you
ready.
got
I'll give you the schedule breakdown.
You got it. Go ahead.
TCU is number 18 in the country. Strength of schedule.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
you're right.
So
Other than
TCU's
Kansas State,
18.
everybody in that conference has at least 4 losses.
TCU is number
Well,
18
Kansas State
in
got
the
2.
country. Strength of
Kansas State got
schedule.
3.
This is numbers.
Oh, I'm looking at
Okay.
conference.
This is judging by the numbers. Okay. 18. Alabama's 25. And they not even in the 4. And they 25.
Let's you stand to be correct. I'm looking at they have strength of schedule, rankings, and ratings. Alabama's
Strength of-
1, Tennessee's 2, Texas is 3, Ohio State is 4, Georgia is 5th.
No. What
Kansas State
date
is
are you
6.
looking at? What date are you looking at?
I'm looking at the NFC. What did I say right there, sir?
NFC.
No, NCAA.
NCAA.
What date? What date was that
November
updated?
29th.
November
Today's
29,
Today's date.
11/29.
Today's date.
Alabama,
No.
Tennessee, Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Kansas State, LSU, Michigan, Texas, Christian.
Right.
See y'all.
Right. So how
So
they doing all that? What he
Baylor.
talking about? How they doing all that? What he talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Ohio State
Hey,
jumped
sweetheart.
Ohio State and Michigan played each other, and they jumped up. But TCU's right there. They number 9.
Okay,
Where's Georgia?
Georgia's number
Where's
5.
Georgia? Where's the schedule?
Georgia's number 5. Georgia's number 5. As is LSU, number 7. Tennessee's number 2. Alabama's number 1. So I want you don't be befuddled.
No.
Have that
Hold
same
on.
energy you just
Look at
had.
it.
Don't be fuddled, be accurate.
Yeah, be accurate.
schedule.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hold on. Let me see what you're looking at. Hold on.
Let me see what you're looking at.
Forward it to him.
Let me catch up. Where you at?
Just forward it to him.
Okay. Team ranking, strength of schedule, and rating. I'm going to send it to him right now, so there's no
So
confusion.
none.
Yeah, I already see it because I already see how this is going.
See, I can look on his face.
Yeah, he's trying to
Look
find
of
something.
I'm
look
trying
of
to see where you
bewilderment.
at.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
let's see.
and quiet as kept when you talk about how weak the SEC is. I'm looking at the Texas A&M. Okay, wait, even better. South Carolina's 30, A&M's 29, Kentucky's 27, Ole Miss 24, Arkansas 21, Auburn 20, Florida 16, Mississippi State 12, LSU 7,
That's pretty much
Georgia
the whole
5,
conference.
Alabama Tennessee 2, Alabama. So we have 10 of the top 30 teams as far as strength of schedule. So that's a third out of the entire United States of America. Don't do that. Don't do that, babe, bro.
Hold on.
I know you look. Just keep
Here we
it hold
go.
like in Vogue. Tell me, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Keep us holding like in Vogue.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's okay.
You need a remix?
Hey, hold on.
I don't know you're looking for. I guess he trying to see if he can maybe make his eyes see something different. But
I think
it's
you're
okay
looking at
though.
something different.
Now he
Looking at the foot, you know, I think you're looking at.
Shaq. Now he sound like Shaq.
Nah, you might be on a football power index or something. You
No,
might
no
not.
power index. NCAA college football strength of schedule rankings and ratings. That's what it says.
Nobody's
Yeah,
biased.
Yeah, no bias, nothing at all. So I just want to look for that same energy that you had when you spoke about how tough TCU's strength of schedule was. There are 4 teams in front of them in the SEC.
So what are you talking
Nah.
about?
Even Texas, the 4-loss Texas Longhorns have the 3rd strength
Oh,
of
we
schedule.
played a juggernaut. We played a juggernaut of a schedule.
They see how he agrees with that now? It's
We,
cool.
no,
It's
we,
cool.
we I already knew we were up there.
Yeah, you already knew it.
already
No
knew we were up
doubt
there.
in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you love the energy, guys?
Love it.
I'm telling you. So with that being said, do you see so Serge, you think both teams can win?
I don't know. I haven't really watched any of them. I kind of hope they both lose, so that just guarantees Ohio State being in there. Plus, we all know what it is. At the end of the day, it's about money and it's about fan bases.
It's about money, about fan base.
Yeah.
Alabama's going to hop.
And they're going to get Alabama and Ohio State in there.
And this is where it gets for TCU for me. I understand it's a large school. I know he ain't gonna want to hear this. One game is in Atlanta. One game's in Arizona, correct? Glendale has the other game. Can you get 40,000 alumni from TCU to travel to Atlanta or travel to Arizona?
Why
I don't-
not? Why couldn't?
I don't think that you can.
I don't know about that either, but I don't think it's going to matter because of who the other team is.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Okay, but but let me say this though. The Big 12 has laid eggs
They
in the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
Oklahoma has been the flagship, and they've done nothing. Nobody else has even been in the hunt.
With Heisman Trophy winner.
With Heisman Trophy, a couple. Kyler Murray,
And
Baker Mayfield.
yeah.
Yeah, a couple. So for the Big 12 to get the respect that they're looking for, TCU has to win Saturday first and then give a very respectable showing in the college football playoff.
Well, depending on who they draw, they can actually win.
Well, now they will be the
I don't know
3.
about that because Oklahoma,
Well, they will be the 3. Then they can beat Michigan
no.
with a healthy Blake Corum back.
They couldn't beat them without him. No.
Okay. So if y'all want to, we can get into picking these games. We're gonna get the spread games out the way now. So
I can just tell you who's going to be. Talking about for the college bowl?
yeah,
game?
no, not the bowl. We're gonna do the college championship games.
No, what I mean, the college championship games.
Right.
Utah, Kansas State, Georgia wins, LSU covers, Tulane, Michigan wins, Purdue covers, and Clemson.
I think Kansas State wins.
Utah and Kansas State win. That means they cover because they're both dogs.
Right.
Georgia wins, LSU covers.
Does Georgia cover the 17 over LSU?
No.
Surge.
I don't see it. They're going to win. It's just going to be a close game.
Now I know you pull up for Purdue. Does Purdue cover the 16? They
That's
getting
gonna
against
be
Michigan?
Yes.
ugly.
They put a 45.
That's going to be ugly.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to say this, too, before you get to going any further. If he plays very well, Bennett's going to be your Heisman Trophy winner.
Who?
Y'all's quarterback, Georgia's quarterback.
No, Bennett's not going. That's a lifetime achievement. Stetson Bennett. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Bennett. Bennett ain't gonna win the Heisman Trophy though, dogs. He doesn't have He doesn't have numbers, and he doesn't have a signature. There's unless he runs
They'll
for,
invite him to. They'll invite him to New York just off of GP.
No, I think maybe like you may, and he won't even be in the conversation for Davey O'Brien for quarterback.
No,
He's a quarterback of a good team, but you can't reward him for the Heisman because when you sit back and think about it, anybody that's won the Heisman in the past has had signature moments or signature games. Stetson Bennett ain't had that. I mean, there's not. I mean, if he goes out and they play LSU and he runs for 120 yards and throws for 350, that may get a little bit of buzz. But I think right now, Caleb Williams is the front runner, and he's got another game to showcase what he has.
I think that's what's going to hurt him.
Which is going to hurt Bryce Young and going to hurt C.J. Stroud because you don't get to see him no more. Right. So if Caleb Williams on the big stage goes off, throws for 3-4 touchdowns.
What happens if they lose?
If USC loses?
Or when they lose?
Okay, well, if USC loses, then it'll come down to Stroud, Young, and then I hate to say it, but they're going to give your boy some love at TCU. They're going to get Dugan some love. I can see that.
That's true.
Well, you know,
but they're Caleb Williams.
What's from Tennessee? Hooker doesn't get hurt. If he doesn't get hurt, even with the loss, he still wins the Heisman because he had the numbers.
I don't think so.
They'd have had 2 losses.
Yeah, but he'd had to beat Georgia. I think he would have to beat Georgia for the numbers. He had a bad game against Georgia.
Yeah. No signature wins.
Yeah. I mean, you beat Alabama. Which is big, and he had a big game against Alabama. But
he went off against LSU.
He went off against LSU, but no one was on Hooker till after the Alabama game. Now, now us follow football, but I'm talking about the casual fan that's just
he'll have numbers
flicking the channel watching games. Oh, who's this kid?
I agree.
Yeah, I just even I'll tell you the year. I still can't believe Eric Crouch won the Heisman in 2002.
I told you I was going to happen.
But I'm saying, they split the votes between Grossman and Dorsey.
Right.
But when they did the reverse and he caught the pass, I said that's his Heisman. When Johnny Football won, they beat Alabama. I said you got to give it to him.
And they lost 3 games that year.
The moment.
You know what I'm saying?
Hendon Hooker had a big win, but never really a Heisman moment that I could think of that you just like. That's he was leading the race though. He was leading the race.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Florida.
But I just think for me with Heisman's the one in November. You get the guy in September, you get the sexy picks, then you get the guy come out nowhere in October. But when you start getting into November, that's when your voters start taking a little more of a.
I think they had, like I told you, more people knew about the phone call thing when you got the 700 calls.
Yeah, but that's still I can't. He had a good game. He's played good games.
He had a very good game against Tennessee.
But he's and I hate to say it, he won't even win all. I don't think he'll be all conference SEC quarterback. Bryce Young's gonna get that.
Yeah.
Bryce Young's gonna get it, and that's what I'm saying.
Bryce Young actually had a pretty good year.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But C.J. Stroud, to me, had they beat Michigan and he put up numbers he's normally used to putting up.
Oh, it'd been his.
That's his.
Yeah.
So now you have so much uncertainty. That's why I say with these championship games.
I still think Caleb Williams would have won the Heisman.
But he had the big game against UCLA.
Over
TV
C.J.
game,
Stroud.
Statement game, meant everything, Battle of L.A. And now that's what I'm saying. Now he's the only Heisman candidate that's playing this weekend. So keep that in mind as well. So
other than Stetson Bennett, yeah.
Here you go, Stetson Bennett. I can't give it to Stetson Bennett. I ain't
They're gonna let him go to New York. They're gonna let him go to New York.
You only gonna let only 4 or 5 people go.
Yeah,
I can't see.
They're gonna let him go.
So let me ask you: Will he go over Mike Penix? He can't go in front of Mike Penix.
They're gonna let him go over.
Mike leading the country in passing.
Yeah, Mike is.
I know, but they throw 60 times a game, D.
Okay, so let me ask you this:
they throw 60, 70 times a game.
If you take Stetson Bennett off that Georgia team, then get somebody else to come in and do exactly what he's been doing. Is that fair to say?
Don't know that. You know, it's kind of like how how we all felt about Jay Barker. We didn't think he's that good, but he actually was for that team. He was really that guy.
Okay.
Same thing with the other guy, the guy that didn't do anything, got in trouble. It didn't get in trouble. The guy in the NFL, give it the letter C. Played at Alabama, won a national championship for him.
Played quarterback
6 years ago.
C.
No, who was the quarterback after Mark Ingram left?
Blake Sims, but he didn't.
No, not Blake Sims. No, not the brother.
It was Hurts, Tua, Mac Jones.
No, go back before then.
So it's before Ingram.
You know what I'm talking about?
Greg McElroy.
McElroy.
You talking about McElroy? Out of
From
Texas.
Southlake.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think much of him either, but he got him a chip.
But he had so much around. Stetson
Yeah, he
Bennett
was-
had so much around him, guys. I mean, come on. I like Stetson Bennett. I think he's a great ball player, but when we get into the combine and we get to these pro days,
I don't care about what kind of a pro he is. I'm not talking about what kind of pro he is.
Okay.
I'm talking about for what he
he's
is.
a great college ball player.
I never thought that he could beat Alabama. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
never.
But what he
but
doing
he
in Athens?
managed the game. They ran the ball. You played to your strength.
Oh, he made some throws.
plays,
D.
Okay, he
You
made
put
play.
this
Okay,
no
but
game
let's do it
manager.
again. We not. Oh, listen. We not. Matt Stafford is the only quarterback that I've seen come through Georgia in the last, say, 30 years that said, you know what, he's going to the league. He's a quality quarterback. Stetson Bennett is a good facilitator.
That's not what we talking
But
about.
okay,
Man, you
he's a
acting
good
like
facilitator.
Heisman Trophy.
He's
Man,
not
you acting like Quincy Carter ain't stepped foot in Athens.
No. I said Matthew Stafford was the best. Quincy Carter wasn't better than Matthew Stafford when he was at Georgia. I love Quincy from Southwest DeKalb. He right outside the crib. But he wasn't better than Matthew Stafford when he was at Georgia. He wasn't.
Nah, Matthew Stafford ain't do nothing in Georgia. Come on, bro.
But you could tell he had NFL talent, is what he's saying.
So you could tell Quincy did too.
Yeah.
Quincy was solid. I like Quincy. That's my guy. I like Quincy. But I just felt like we on Stetson Bennett, and y'all, let's get Stetson to New York.
I don't see how you can deny it.
No.
With this current field,
I
you
think he
almost
going.
can't deny it.
I think he going to New York.
Well,
dude.
we're gonna take our last break. It's gonna be brought to you by my man.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Stetson Bennett got enough second and third place votes to win the Heisman.
Okay, this guy is tripping. Let's go on and get the Conas so we can get Dawson. We can get somebody to come look at Dawson. This will be brought to you by Conas, man. 813-870-0404. Shout out to my homeboy Mike Trigg, E-Trigg,
Cap.
down there in downtown Carver City. Good groceries, man. Trigg,
The best.
Serge, give us some. We're back for the fourth quarter. Chop Shot. It's gonna be brought to you by Wingstop. Got 4 locations that my partner owns, so I'm only promoting what he got going on. So please don't mind me. Got 4 locations: 1219 Bruce B. Downs Boulevard, Wesley Chapel, 813-536-0222. Also have a location on 56th Street. There's one right there on Fowler as well, 2776 East Fowler.
I went there today.
813-334-64. And they also got one out there in Luke's as well.
Stay away from them chicken.
So make sure y'all, support the cause. Check out my man
Stay away from the sandwich.
and the McCann's family right down there at Wingstop. So back up, we kind of got our understanding about college football. Now I want to ask Tex this if I can. We've had great conversation, and we speak about with you being a Dallas Cowboy fan. I want to throw something at you. Who's your all-time favorite Cowboy?
22.
Emmett.
Emmett.
The all-time leading rusher in the NFL.
Okay.
Yo,
Favorite quarterback all time for the Cowboys.
8.
Troy
It gotta
Aikman.
be 8.
He's tripping.
Come on now.
He tripping.
Okay, I mean that's favorite Cowboy on defense. Minus Dion. Don't say Dion. Minus no Dion.
Yeah.
Favorite Cowboy of all time on defense.
Oh, I'll probably say I like Jank though. Don't get it twisted. I like Mike Jenkins, but it's gonna be it's Darren Woodson, probably Darren Woodson, and then DeMarcus Ware, and I really like 11.
Okay.
I really like 11. He growing on me, but Darren Woodson would be
Okay.
the all-time leading tackler in Cowboys history, who should be in the Hall of
Should
Fame.
be in the Hall of Fame.
Should be in the
Yeah.
Hall. I agree with that. Now, what I wanted to get into you before we got out of here, as you know, there have been overtures
Rumble.
of Deion Sanders
Yeah.
leaving Jackson State. Colorado has come out and said they've made an offer.
Mm-hmm.
South Florida is trying to, get their digs on him as well.
Mm-hmm.
First question: do you see Deion leaving Jackson
Yes.
State?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel that he could turn around the South Florida program?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I'm gonna tell you why, because a lot of
For
people
sure.
don't think that recruits will stay
Oh,
and play for Deion.
if Prime comes in your living room,
Right. It's hard. How can you tell him no?
Yeah. Yeah.
How you
He
tell him no?
definitely turned South Florida around. He's just not going there. Like, that's not gonna be somewhere he's going. That's not a destination.
we got the money for him here.
No.
But when you say the money, like, okay, let me say this: Luke Fickell, nothing against Luke, got the Wisconsin job. He's making 7.9.
That's crazy.
Matt Rule took the Nebraska job. He's getting what, 9.2.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Still
when you
get the
see
check
these
from-
kind of checks being distributed,
Yeah.
what do you think Deion should command?
9.
I'm saying, because you sit back and think about it. If I'm
but where is he? But he
8, 9
Matt
per.
Rule went to Nebraska, so that is still Nebraska.
okay, still Nebraska, but how do you get
Fickle
kids?
still went to.
Fickle went to Wisconsin.
No, he still went to
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. That's the
Okay,
point.
right. Okay, so you got football schools, but I know where you going with it. But if you
He'll
want to,
get $6 million.
but if you want to win, you got to cut. You got to.
he'll get $6 million at Colorado. He'll probably get 4 here. He might even get close to $7 million over at Colorado because
Here's my thing. If you're Deion, why would you even consider a school that's not in the Power 5 when you're getting Power 5 offers?
Colorado would be Colorado.
Yes, they
would be-
are. They're Power 5.
They're Power
Yeah,
5.
kind of. They're Pac-12, but then you
Yeah.
ask yourself, because
get them
Colorado back in the
offers.
day with McCartney had a gift where
He got a couple out of
he
California.
got inner city kids.
Yeah, he got.
Mhm.
He hit L.A. hard.
Yeah, he got them.
Heavy.
boys
So he got a
from
lot of
Cal.
kids on the coast, San Diego, L.A.
He got a lot of kids that would have been prop players at
Right.
the time. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So for Deion, the name sells itself, but
Mhm.
the window of time, and I guess that's my concern, because HBCU football is a little different than say Power 5, because
Sure.
the expectations are much higher.
And him dealing with the boosters is going to be
What?
different at one of those schools because let's be honest, the ethnic aspect of what he brings to a HBCU fits. That might not have the same effect in the Colorado when you consider their alumni base. He might be okay here at South Florida.
I would tend to slightly disagree. And here's why. Auburn, if you were talking about Auburn, I'm wholeheartedly with you on that. In the South, deep South, and I think we've all heard about the alumni base and the booster base at Auburn and how involved they are in the program.
Right.
And I assume, I'm gonna jump out on a limb here. I assume none of them look like Deion that are in that alumni and that booster base. So
State Colorado.
so I can see why he was never really seriously brought up in that discussion or interviewed for that position. Colorado, on the other hand, is in the Western time zone, so they're very liberal in Colorado. Still heavy Caucasian, but it's just a different place than, let's say, an Auburn, or Ole Miss, one of those jobs
He
are.
said South
So
Florida, not no South. I don't see another, probably after what happened at Vanderbilt, I don't see another black coach at any of the power schools in.
the SEC.
I just can't see it. It doesn't work.
But I do believe along the line.
I think Colorado is liberal enough and their boosters and alumni base are liberal enough to and they want to win bad enough.
And that's what I was about to get into. They
want to win bad
program
enough.
30 years ago.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was.
You know, they had a lot of guys on NFL rosters.
Yeah.
They want to win.
They want to win bad enough to tolerate, so to speak, a Deion Sanders coming to Boulder, coming out there. In my opinion.
It's gonna be interesting to see
I can't
because
see Prime being Prime.
Well, I see
Colorado.
the rumor mill is saying 5 years, 25 mil.
At Colorado.
No, USF.
He'll be here.
Man,
Right.
stop.
If
Like
it's
what?
five
What do you?
years-
And
mean?
it's Florida.
If it's
Why would
five
why?
he 2 hours clearly 2 hours.
It's not Power 5.
Doesn't
What is he
matter.
playing for?
Listen, he's at an
He'll be
HBCU now.
Tulane.
So what?
What's Tulane ranked? Tulane got what? How many
Tulane,
losses?
if Tulane wins, they're gonna be in a New Year's Six bowl game.
And that's all. That's all that he'll ever get at USF.
No, I
That's
don't believe
all-
that because
that's the
USC.
height he'll reach at USF. That's it.
Let me say
That's
this.
the tippy top for him.
USF will play people.
They're not in the
That
Power
will-
5 conference.
No, but they'll play people outside their conference. We always have. It will get notoriety in 4 or 5. If he can make it here 4 or 5 years and he builds them up,
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Yeah, they'll switch
they-
real quick.
Yeah.
They're gonna win and beat Tulane.
But
They're gonna go undefeated and still be ranked outside the top 10.
Didn't UCF didn't Cincinnati get into a
Cincinnati's been in the bowl. UCF's
Yep,
been in the
he
bowl, and they've all in the same conference.
If
AAC.
I'm correct,
Memphis
UCF
played
actually beat
Penn
Auburn.
State. Memphis played Penn State in the COVID year. They played in Dallas.
Right.
They were in New Year's Six bowl.
Okay.
So I mean, so when you say it's not Power 5, it's not like that. It can't happen. And if they go ahead.
From a recruiting standpoint,
He's prime.
recruiting-
What are you talking
getting-
about?
He'll easily get Florida.
Yeah.
He'll easily get the Florida ballers.
He's
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
He's Deion Sanders.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think he's gonna have. I don't think easily get a Florida kid, especially like very few Florida kids leave.
Wait.
to go
Wait.
to college.
Let's wait a minute. Let's stop.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me in your heart of hearts, you really believe if Deion took the South Florida job, he's 2 hours from Fort Myers, that he couldn't
No, I'm talking about
penetrate?
Colorado. I'm talking about him in Colorado.
No, we're not. No, if USF is offering 25/5, it makes all the sense in the world.
Ain't no state tax on that money.
And you 2 hours from home.
Yeah.
You 2 hours
And
from home.
the weather is
And the
perfect.
weather.
Yep.
And a lot of, I know you don't like to hear this, but
He
they
live in
play
Dallas.
good high school football in Florida.
He live in Dallas.
That's fine. Another place where they don't pay taxes.
That
Okay.
yeah. But
So
you're talking about home though. I'm
Okay,
just
but
saying.
what I'm saying,
he
but
been
if
in
there
Dallas
was a
for
school in
40-something
Texas,
years.
if there's a school in Texas looking at it, then I would probably be like, okay, well then maybe he'll just move back and be closer. But he's 2 hours. He's right down 75 on Fort Myers. So you mean to tell me he can't hit Pasco, Polk, Hernando, Hillsborough, Pinellas?
Sound
At
crazy.
USF, at USF, yes,
He'll be
he'll pick a few from the Power 5s in the state. He'll pick a few.
Few.
He'll pick a few.
He's gonna pick a lot.
God.
No.
I'm saying, listen, let me
He
be honest
gonna
with you.
bring his bucket out there like
If
he's doing Harvard.
if there's
work.
a kid that's between the ages of 17 and 20,
Especially with all the press he's getting.
and just like you just said, when you have Deion Sanders in your living room, and he's on a limited budget with Jackson State. If USF gives him $5 million a year,
He's here.
he's here.
He's here.
Nah.
Get yourself ready.
And especially with all the NIL deals.
No, not to mention, you know what they'll do with ticket sales?
Yeah.
Ticket sales,
Ticket sales would
that's
be
gonna speed up.
crazy.
That's gonna speed up the on-campus stadium.
Oh, it's gonna be big for
Yeah,
USF.
because they're getting the
but
on-campus stadium. That's right. They're
Yeah.
getting the
I don't-
on-campus
it's
stadium
gonna be
too.
big for USF. I just don't think it's gonna be big for Deion. For him.
It's a stepping stone.
Right, but I mean, but if he stays,
Like
If
why
he does-
go
if
to
he-
USF?
within 2 years, he'll be where Willie Taggart was. 3 years, he'll
Jim
be
Leavitt.
Jim Leavitt, and then next thing you know,
4 years, I give them a 5-year window.
he may play in a January, but he may play in a bowl game that matters.
I can believe that.
In 5 years,
I can believe that.
the talent's already here. It's leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
It happens faster and easier for him if he goes to a Power 5 program and he's
I
going
don't
to get
know what
paid.
world you're living
Why
in.
not
Yeah.
go there?
I
Why
know
not
what
go
world
to a
you-
Power
what world
5
you live in.
program? You're going to
He
get paid
is
more,
in
and it's
Florida.
going to
What
happen
are you
faster
talking
for you.
about?
And you're gonna
Tex.
lose a lot more.
Tex, he's in Florida,
He's in Florida.
the hotbed of college of
He don't.
athletes.
He'll say Texas. He don't.
He is. He just said that because he likes the way it
He'll say
sounds.
Texas.
Heck yeah,
Texas knows
Texas.
better than that. Football's
No,
better here in
okay.
the United Nation.
We loaded down here.
Yeah, I bet y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, where you talking, y'all are, but it's just, you loaded all right.
I just don't think. I don't think
Tex, you are.
I don't think
crazy.
it does him.
3
I don't think
years,
it does him any good
Within
to go
3 years, they're ready.
to go to
I
a.
see it.
Hmm?
I see it.
And you
Nah.
can't help but, 'cause like you say, you're gonna get. I really believe, and you sit back and think, in the last 5 years, the kids we've had Malik Davis, Travell Harris, Mike Penix, kids that went other schools. If Dion's here, they
They're here.
stay.
Yeah, they stay
Easy.
here.
They stay.
No, stop it.
Yeah. And they already
Yo.
playing big schools, aren't they?
Y'all
Playing Florida
wildin'.
State and Florida.
Yeah, they play
Y'all
Florida
wild.
this year.
Yeah.
Y'all-
So
y'all-
and these big schools are going to want to have USF come
That's what-
play
South
because they
Florida's
know the
gonna be-
ratings are going to be there.
South Florida's going to be a cash cow. You're going to see a lot of schools want to do home and home. Okay, because of the Dion fact. He's looking like he don't believe it. Okay.
No, at all.
Okay.
That's it. It sounds like a
you know what
pipe
he would do
dream.
for the conference immediately.
yeah.
It sounds like a pipe dream.
What do you
No.
do? What do you do for the city of the economy here?
Yeah.
What do you do they here?
Immediately.
What's the conference though? The conference is in shambles.
Okay.
So he immediately gives it an injection.
Why
Yeah.
do you go there? You got how many teams leaving that conference?
I think 4 or 5.
That's not the point.
Okay.
When
And what are y'all
when USF
who
come
they
to town,
replacing them with?
You know, he's the only he's probably one of the few coaches.
Why do you
when they
go
come
there?
to
It's a
town,
dumpster
they-
fire.
So you can win in the dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do.
But let me say this: if
That's
you
what he
play,
wants to do.
if you play an FBS schedule, you're playing all teams that are in Division I football. If Dion takes USF to 11-1, you can't ignore that. You
At
can't.
all.
You can't ignore that.
Here's
Clint.
my whole thing. Why do you even go do that if you're him? Why do you take less money in a more difficult situation
Where you take less money?
just to be at USF?
Okay, but if Colorado
Just
is
to be
giving
in
you
Florida.
7, there are no taxes here in the state of Florida. The weather's much better, and you can recruit your kids.
Yeah, the creep.
You can recruit. You can go down to Miami. You can go to Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Orlando.
Endorsement money's gonna be better here.
And I mean,
Commercials are better here.
He can
Texas
do that
has-
now and he's not getting
Texas
them.
has bigger cities
He can do that now, D, and he's not getting the kids from Florida like that.
Because
because
he's
they're
in
in
Mississippi.
He's in Mississippi, Clint. He's in the SIP.
So if he stay in Florida, the kids gonna come. They gonna go to USF now instead of
Wait,
Miami,
first of all,
Florida, and Florida
first of
State.
all, you need to take that condescending nature out your voice. That's a great campus over there.
Where?
USF is a beautiful campus, and it's
Oh,
growing.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's
Okay,
a
so
commuter
what does
school.
USF not
It's,
have
it's
to
a
offer?
commuter school. They don't pack out the stadium. They don't have their own stadium, and they're not going to pay you more than a Power 5 program is going to pay you.
If they
It's a
offer,
harder situation to be in.
25 over 5,
Why'd you call them a commuter school?
Huh?
Why'd you call them a commuter school?
Because the majority of kids don't live on campus. They bus in. They drive in. That's why.
Well, the campus is kind of different now. You're thinking about the campus the way it was when Chris and Brian are there. He ain't been. When's the last time you been here? Because all the stuff around
Yeah.
the campus, even though it's not
Yeah,
actually
they're
on the
building
campus,
everything up now.
yeah,
even though it's not actually on the campus,
it's in the area.
it's quick.
So there, USF is what 45,000 plus students, one of the largest schools in the
Easily.
nation.
Easily.
They're one of the so the majority of the students just don't live on campus like they do at an A&M or a Texas, where they
but
do.
But it's right there now. If you go around, everything's in the shuttle. 'Cause
They got a Publix on campus.
yeah, they got a shuttle.
Then why not put a stadium on campus?
Skateboard.
They're
Why
already
not put a
doing that.
stadium on campus?
They already got plans to build a stadium on campus.
So, look, I'm telling you, listen, I would love, if your schedule allowed, I would love this energy next week once we get these teams determined by who's going to do what. So if you can, speak with the powers that be. We'll love to have you back on this next week and kick it with us. You know, you family, so you already know that. So, any shout outs you want to give while you up there in the H?
No, I'm good, man. Hey, we almost in December. What we got? Another 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for December.
I hope
to
everybody
get-
had a fantastic Thanksgiving and got to thank whoever they wanted to thank and share and love and
Absolutely.
be loved. Hey,
Absolutely.
and
So like I said, we'll definitely get together and watch games Saturday. I just want to feel that energy. Don't let TCU lose.
Oh, they will.
don't let Georgia lose.
That
Okay.
ain't happening.
Okay. Give me
Tiger.
the H one more time before you get out of
How you
here.
banging?
Bayou
Oh,
Bengals.
Oh, we do them both ways. That's that. You see that? You see?
I see Bevo. I see Bevo over your left shoulder too. Okay. They're in the Alamo Bowl. They play enough for Christmas. So way to go, Sarkeesian. Great job.
A joke.
So look, hey, I'm gonna holler at you when I get out of here, though, man. Thanks for kicking it with us. So, for that being said, we had Tex kicking it with us. So, before we get out of here, man, I want to just tell everybody that reached out to me today, man. It was a very heartfelt birthday. I had a really good weekend kicking it up. My youngest son came in town. My wife put together a little surprise 70s party for me.
I saw the
That was
pictures.
cool.
dope.
Yeah, that was cool. So I just want to thank everybody that played a part in it, man. So, Ruff, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
I hope my home state doesn't disappoint me. If you're in Georgia and you're watching this, make sure you show up.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people with the tickets. They went and voted.
And look for us to do a little something. Now that I got this go ahead, I'm gonna start posting some things for people that can be beneficial to you as I get ready to segue away from being the GD Napsy that people have known for many years. I have some things that are going pretty well, so it's about time for me to think about retirement. But beyond that, always stay participatory in your local events. And kids, focus on your future. Young folks, you got to start taking things a lot more seriously. And other than that, happy birthday, Heavy. 32 years strong.
No doubt. No doubt.
One of the horsemen.
Yeah, 52, man. It's a blessing. So
Absolutely.
let me get out here and pick up some of these wings, man, from Wingstop. So we always say before we get out of here, man. Anybody want to be an artist or want to see the executive producer on the videos, on the record, dancing, come to Death Row. With that being said, man, keep God first, love your family. So on behalf of Ruff, Serge, Waldo, we're back at it next Tuesday, man. Peace and love. Good night.